Hello, and welcome to this edition of Wesley's Wednesday Challenge. The topic this time is mementos. Our museum has lots of objects. The objects in our museum would have been collected to remember important early Methodists like John Wesley and others in the early Methodist movement. It also collects objects related to the history of Methodism right up until the current day. It also tells the story of Wesley's Chapel, where the museum is based. John Wesley, who lived in the house here on City Road for just over a decade of his life, was fairly famous in his lifetime. He was one of the founders of the Methodist Church. He died in 1791 when he was 87 years old, and by this time the Methodist movement had lots of supporters. Because of this, people collected and kept things linked to him. We'll have a look at some of them today. In the past, hair was used as a memento. So if someone was moving far away, they might cut a lock of hair to give to someone as something to remember them by. If someone's loved one died, they might cut off a lock of their hair. And this was a way of keeping someone close, even if they weren't. Sometimes this hair was made into jewellery, and this special type of jewellery was called mourning jewellery, and we have some objects like this in our collection. This is one of the rings we've got on display at our museum. In the centre of the ring it looks like there's a stone set into it, but in fact it's hair that's been weaved together. The hair reportedly belonged to John Wesley and another man called John Fletcher, who was also a Methodist minister at the time of John Wesley. This is a cast of John Wesley's face taken after he had died. It's called a death mask. Whilst it might seem a bit gory to us, it was not uncommon in the 18th century for well-known people to have one created. The likeness captured with this method was then used to create things like sculptures or statues. We've got lots of busts of John Wesley, and they vary greatly in their quality. They were popular items for sale in the Victorian period. It was said that the bust of John Wesley was as popular as that of Queen Victoria for people to decorate the mantelpieces around their fireplaces. Other mementos were made to remember important occasions. We've got lots of mugs and teapots to celebrate Methodist churches being built and opened. At first, this case looks like it's got a lot of cake slices in it, but they are trowels. Now, trowel is usually used for laying bricks. But these trowels are commemorative, which means they're decorative and not really used. Many of them include lots of pretty details like we can see in these close-ups. Another way to help remember stories or events is to write journals or letters. John Wesley wrote in a journal nearly every day, and so we know a lot about what he did in his life and where he went. He also wrote lots of letters. It was the main means of contact for people at this time. How do you like to remember things that are important to you? Perhaps this half term you can have a go at trying to make mementos of your days out. Perhaps you can take some photos, maybe do some video diaries, or maybe even write a letter to someone telling them about your experiences. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll have another Wesley's Wednesday Challenge at Christmas.